Welcome to Work It Out Sweat Therapy with Emily, the series where we work it out and we talk it out. And today is Runs and Buns, which is a full body circuit, but of course it's glute focused because that's what we do. And I'm joined by the very talented and special Gogo, who is my actual workout partner, guys. Hi. So this is what we do on a weekly basis, and we're just bringing it to them today and having you guys join the workout, and it's gonna be a fun one.
It's gonna be fun.
Listen, she holds
Not
me
really,
accountable.
actually, not
She
really.
did.
Not really, I'm lying, but it's gonna be something.
She has so much fun with me.
It's gonna be something.
Look at her smile. She has so much fun with me. It's gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be good. So she's actually more than just my workout partner. Gogo, why don't you let them know who you are and what you do?
Okay, I am a singer, songwriter, performer from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And I just put out my first EP. It's called
so
Ready.
good.
It's called Ready. And it's on all streaming platforms currently, so you guys go stream it.
It's so good. We're gonna put it's here. Somewhere on the screen, it's here. And you really do need to listen to it, and I'd highly suggest after you watch this episode, you could mute us and then play it while you do the workout. But you have to hear us first because we're gonna say a lot of good stuff today. We honestly, I love this because when we work out, all we do is talk. Like, we are
Literally.
chatty Cathys.
Literally.
But I make her talk because this is like such an essential part of Gogo's training and her being the amazing performer that she is. Like, when she performs, this girl is moving and singing and doesn't miss a beat. So I get her to talk a lot while she trains because it's just gonna make her even better at performing.
Yeah.
I think we should switch legs.
Okay.
I definitely was like,
I was
overdoing that
distracted.
one.
All right.
I was too, I'm not gonna lie. But then my one glute was like, oh.
Yeah.
So we're doing our band warm up. This is again what we do every day before we work out. And then we're gonna hit this nice little full body circuit. Gogo has been training her butt off for how long?
Like 2 years.
Yeah, she's
like 2 years
been
now.
putting in work, and it really shows. Everything today is all about being our authentic selves. I feel like I also seek a lot of advice from Gogo because this girl is a wise one. And
Ditto.
yeah,
We
but
exchange.
honestly, we
advice.
exchange, and we'll kick it back now. And I think that it's a very relevant topic because obviously we're in a time where there's so much available to us. There's so many people we can be inspired by daily on the internet, but sometimes it's hard to differentiate between comparison and like remaining your authentic self and just kind of how to navigate that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk all about that while we're out of breath. But she won't be, because this girl's fit. She's fit.
Oh, please believe I'm gonna be out of breath.
Okay.
Don't bank on it.
That's good. Okay, so every movement today is for 30 seconds. I'm using this little timer right here because she yells at us, which is really great. I know you love her.
I hate her.
She's like, 5 more seconds. It's really helpful because when you're in the midst of this, you don't want to have to keep checking the time. So 30
She's
seconds.
a liar. She's a liar.
It does feel like that sometimes.
She lies about the break time.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes that 10 seconds is like, that was 2.
Yeah.
It was 2. So once we hit start, Gogo, we really gotta.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You gonna talk while we do this?
I'm gonna try.
All right, let's go. We're gonna hit start. She's gonna yell at us. We ready?
Yeah.
I haven't heard her yet. Oh, there she is. Okay, so as we talk, oh, I even did the first exercise wrong. Not me messing up. As we said, this episode, we really want to touch on just, something that's really relevant about being our authentic selves, how we can kind of find that in ourselves, and how to maintain it in this day of age with social media. Like, it'd be the most. There's a lot of things to fall into the trap of comparison with. And I think for me, see, she be yelling at us. She sounds real aggressive. Ooh, my legs already.
Let me go here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Why not? That one's just a little squatty squat right there.
Okay.
So being your authentic self to me, like my definition of it, or my interpretation, is that you take the time to get to know yourself, and then you therefore know who the most authentic version of yourself is.
Right.
So that means like your strengths, your weaknesses, like you're acknowledging everything.
Yeah.
So not denying any parts of yourself. And I feel like when you're that like aware and vulnerable to do that, it's easier to remain in yourself and not be like skewed or affected by others,
Yeah.
What do you, oh, Lord, we're only 1 minute in. I told you she was more fit than me. Lordy, oh my God, it's your turn to talk.
Now you made me talk while we jump.
I just did.
Oh, Jesus.
Let it, show the endurance here.
So what do you want to know?
I want to know what your definition of being your authentic self is, like what it means to you.
To me, I think being your authentic self is doing the things that are truly within your spirit and the things that make you comfortable. And if it conflicts with that, then
it ain't authentic.
Then it ain't authentic.
Ooh, that's a really good way to word it.
Yeah.
How did we end up on the same thing? We messed up.
No, I'm here, right?
I know, but I am too. It's all right, we go. I really like that though. So let me ask you this. You know, with being in the music industry, it's really obviously important to have your like brand and your identity.
Yeah.
I have so much respect for you because your brand and your identity is really you. Like me knowing you personally, and then also seeing like Gogo the performer, I'm like, man, that is 120% her, like inside and out. So how is that something that you maintain? Okay, we got to recover. Oh shit, we gotta do it. Oh my God. This has not been the most evil one yet. I'm so sorry, Dad. This was my fault. Who made this up? You made this up?
No, of course you made this up, Emily.
Did she count? Oh shit, we gotta go. Okay, so it's so hard to even get my questions out.
Well, to answer your question, it took me a while to become the artist that I am.
Yeah.
I didn't always know exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
And who I was, but I've been doing this or attempting to do this for
how many years?
Very long time. Girl,
you were a kid.
Since I was a kid, yeah, technically.
Yeah. So when you were a kid, you were like,
I mean, of course, I tried to be Beyonce at one point.
Yeah, of course.
Tried to be Brandy at one point, you know what I mean?
That brings up a really good point.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is the difference between being influenced and inspired and then still being authentic and not like copycatting or?
It's a very thin line.
Yeah.
It's a very thin line because I think we learn and we get inspired, and I think we should be learning from those people. But I think the key is taking that and making it your own and making it authentically you. So if there's an idea you see, first of all, it wouldn't even be, if it's not fitting for you, it won't read on you anyway.
That's right.
So you can be inspired by certain ideas and interpret it for yourself. And I think I'm pretty good at that.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, and I think just doing that over and over, you'll eventually be like, okay, this is what works for me. Yeah. This is my thing now. I no longer need to reach here and here for inspo. I can get inspo for myself. Right. So if you do that enough times, you eventually discover.
It's like all the pieces kind of fit in.
Exactly. You eventually discover.
And you know what? As you're saying that, what I was thinking of, which you're another like such a good representation of, is like style and fashion. I feel like that is what fashion is. Like you walk down the street and you see somebody, oh shoot, that's like such a cute jacket. Yeah. And you might go get the same jacket that you saw, but how you wear it is different. Like the outfit, the way your hair is, everything is making it you, right? So, and your style is literally that. Like, thank you. I feel like your style, like Gogo is a master of pulling pieces that are just so random, or like you said, where do you shop?
I go to consignment stores and thrift shops. First of all, I like sustainable fashion. That's number one. I think we are throwing away so much stuff, like so many clothes, and we don't have to. Nope. We really don't have to. I didn't mean to make this a platform about that.
Please.
But I think, you know, we don't have to keep buying a surplus. Like the clothes are there. So just, you know, Levi jeans last forever. Yeah. They don't pay me to say that, but.
Pay her, Levi.
Pay me, Levi. I love Levi jeans.
Because they last. Right?
Yeah, no, they last. And leather jackets and everything. Like if you're going to wear that stuff, I think you should go get it secondhand. It's just, and there's so many, first of all, fashion is just a repeat of itself. So whatever's popping now was popping before, and it's in somebody's store somewhere. So I think that's a good way for me to maintain my individuality and do what I need to do to help save the planet.
I love it. Social media is a real thing. You know, it's what everyone's watching us on right now, and we're so thankful to like have the ability to reach other people and have it as a source of inspiration, as you mentioned before. For sure. But I do feel like, me included, I'm not exempt from this, it can be a source of comparison. And I feel like the saying comparison is a thief of all joy, if I'm getting that right. Don't come for me if it's wrong. But you know what I mean is
recover.
Oh, thank God. See, she got me. She has my back, because sometimes I be keeping it going and losing everything. So yeah, like in terms of comparison, it's a rabbit hole, to be real. I feel like social media in general, once you get down one hole,
yeah.
woo! So how do you kind of prevent getting down that rabbit hole of comparison?
Honestly, I use avoidance.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the most healthy way, but
okay, no, but be real.
Yeah, anything that doesn't serve me, I just don't. I try not to look at it on Instagram because I am human, and we do compare. And I don't think I'm doing this workout right, by the way.
I mean, you kind of made your own. It was like a hybrid there. I kind
but
of
it
like
didn't feel like anything. So
so we see, we want to feel it, guys.
Yeah.
Always want to know where you feel it. This one's targeting that nice front hammy tie-in, and you know why we like working that?
5 seconds.
It lifts.
Lifts.
Brings
This is American butt lift.
This is the bun. This is the buns part of the workout. You definitely went like 2 intervals worth. I really appreciate that.
Child, I don't know where we are.
This is also a very good representation of our workouts. Sometimes we just totally forget what we're doing, but we do get a good workout in. We do sweat.
Listen,
real.
we working
every day.
every day.
Okay, so I like your point. What you were bringing up. You're gonna do pulses there.
Okay.
Okay, I like your point. And now, of course, I mean, we're not saying we're not therapists. We're not therapists. We're just sharing like what we kind of have navigated or worked through. And I think avoidance, although it's funny that you're like, I just avoid. It is a real thing. Yeah, I think like out of sight, out of mind is not necessarily a bad thing because we are living in a time of overexposure of everything.
Yeah, and I feel like we're so triggered because we're so stimulated. We're overstimulated. We're overstimulated.
Damn, that's the truth.
So I just think, avoiding certain things, but just in general, like in the scheme of life, of course, we're just going to compare, but I try to live by the motto of what's for me is for me.
And what serves you, you'll
And what serves me, and my timing is my timing, and I can't compare myself to somebody else's timeline who may have been moving faster than me, because you don't know why your journey's slower. And I've gone through that so many times in my life. I've seen like a lot of my peers advance faster than me. I still go through it, still going through it, but I try to combat that emotion by supporting them. So I'm just like, I feel, because I'm human, if I feel jealousy in my heart, let me go support. Let me do the opposite of what I naturally want to feel so that I can combat whatever that feeling is, because we're human, and envy is a natural emotion.
No,
but
it's real. It's what you do with it.
It's what you do with it. It's what you do with it. And if you act on it, and if you let that infiltrate, fester, then it becomes an issue. But the feeling itself is not a problem. That's a natural emotion. So I just, if it's a social media thing I can avoid somebody I don't know, or I'll just unfollow. I don't have to look at that. But if it's something like in real life that I have to deal with, I just try to combat it by being as supportive.
Because that doesn't hurt you. That only helps.
It only helps. It only puts more positivity in the universe for you, and it only opens you up for more blessings. And, and that's being authentic. And that's being authentic.
That is being authentic right there, is putting any of that other emotions, because again, she said we're human, like ain't nobody perfect or trying to be. And having these emotions come up from time to time is super normal, but putting those aside, not letting it dictate, like not having an emotional response, like a negative emotional response, and letting that consume you, that's what's going to take you further away from your authentic self. Because when you ever get so angry or see someone act out of so much anger, they do something that you're like, that wasn't like her. Why is she? Because it wasn't, right? It was that emotion kind of overtook the moment. So I think, like you brought up such key points, identifying it, like recognizing
acknowledging it.
Like, I'm human. Shoot, I was a little jealous. Like that. But then taking that and kind of putting it in its place, like, okay, I felt it, but it's not going to run my life. And I can be there for this person, or I can show up in this way, is being authentic. And I will say, watching single-handedly, this girl really does do that, and it only attracts more blessings and more things. And there's a few times Gogo's really helped me with the patience part and like understanding your timing, and she's just said a few words where it's just like, oh, that happened for a reason, or it's coming, and I'm just like, oh shit, like why am I trying to rush? Why am I trying to rush something that I know is going to happen and in the right time? So I think that, see, I told you that she was wise, this girl. Man, more than just a talented voice. Listen to this girl. Okay, I have to say, we do have another round. And she stopped counting? Man, I love this girl so much, but there's something she does, and I know she does it specifically to get under my skin.
I'm therapizing you.
No.
When I do it, I'm helping you. I'm just helping. I'm just here to help. I'm self, just like you're here to help me become my best self.
I'm so serious.
You help me work with on my body, and I help you deal with your OCD issues.
These baggy ass socks that don't fit her. You know when the heel of the sock goes out of the shoe because it's so long? They're men's socks. They don't even fit her feet. I know you gotta feel like you have a foot wedgie when you wear them because the way it hangs.
Sometimes I do. First of all, why do you care about?
I gotta look at them.
Why you don't have to? That's number one.
They're literally
you don't
right
have
there.
to. You don't have to. Number one. And I'm only working out in them. Like you act like I'm going to the Grammys or something.
You're coming to see me,
Emily. I don't like Emily. Who cares about baggy socks? Like, why is it under your skin?
Because this is why. Because she'll be down here doing exercise like this, and I'm doing this, and all I see every rep, the sock is just like flinging out her shoe. It's just like.
It sounds like a personal problem to me, and I feel like you need to work on that. I'm not throwing them away anytime soon. So
I'm buying her new socks, guys.
I'm still gonna keep those.
If you see her with these socks, please come for her.
I'm still keeping them.
What is that? What in the?
I don't know.
So speaking of wise words, this girl, if you listen to her EP, which you're gonna do after this, I know you are, because if you don't, you're missing out. You gotta really, really listen to her words. Gogo, talk us through kind of where your mind was at and the message that you were giving with this EP.
Yeah, well, I didn't write it with a message in mind, but I really wrote from a very personal place. These were experiences that I went through. But the underlying message, there is an underlying message because of where I was at in my life when I wrote the songs, was really self-discovery and like finding out. It's very introspective. It's an introspective like project because and everything came to me through like dating experiences. But it was like realizing what you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to tolerate.
My butt had a cramp. I'm in it. I'm here.
What you're willing to tolerate, and then also just recognizing your patterns and seeing where you.
I feel called out.
Where you
Actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm the first listen through, because you know the first listen through you're like ooh. I was like, this is nice, and then the second listen through I was like, oh, I'm personally
attacked.
Very. Like the way I related to so many of those experiences as well.
Yeah.
But then I was also like, oh, not me. Let me just check this. I love that it was from a place of introspection. Question then for you: where are you at when you feel like you're in a place of introspection? Like is it a self-care moment? Is it, when you're traveling? Like I feel like everyone has a different place where they can really enter that.
I think my place is my home. I live alone, which I'm so thankful for because it just allows you to spend time with yourself and it could be a gift and a curse because you're in your head a lot of moments, like making up scenarios like I do because I'm a Cancer. But then also it can be very productive. And you can come to like certain realizations that you wouldn't really
that you wouldn't otherwise
wouldn't come to. So what am I doing here?
You're doing pulses. Squat pulses. I think that's such a good point. I think the pandemic made me sit with myself.
Absolutely.
Like in a way that I didn't.
Yeah, my biggest thing was when I moved away from home and I moved here from Philly. And I didn't have any choice but to like be on my own. So it just allowed me to grow up. I grew up a lot.
And you know, until recent, I actually thought, to be introspective with myself, I thought I had to be like alone and in isolation, which obviously is a great way. Because I'm with you on that. Like sometimes I need to be in my bubble to really sit with myself. But I've recently been realizing I've been learning more about myself through my relationships with other people. Which I don't think I just ever was really aware of before. And I think that honestly ties all in, going back to being your authentic self, because I think there was a period in my life, and like again, I still have to catch it, but I almost felt like I would mold around the people I was around. Do you know what I mean? And not like to the degree of like I had a whole other personality that would come out, but I most certainly would be like, let me let me be a little more of what I think they like.
Yeah.
Not even just dating, like sometimes just friendship.
Yeah.
Or like the things they enjoy or this or that, and almost, which is great because a lot of relationships you want to be in the middle, but I wouldn't be in the middle. I would go a little too much on their side.
Yeah.
Just in hopes that it would comfort them or make them feel good to be around me. When you're yourself and you're around the right people, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think I've learned
dealt
a lot.
with that. I've dealt with that too. Not in the acceptance category, but more so in the like not wanting to ruffle feathers category. Like I've always been a non-confrontational person, but this industry will make you have the tough conversations, and if you don't, then good luck to you.
But it's tough conversations in a very like intentional and good way. It's so that
for
you
yourself.
can preserve, exactly.
To preserve yourself, preserve your peace, preserve your resources, preserve your life, because at the end of the day, like it's
you got you.
It's you.
You got you.
You're the only one who has you. Even if somebody acts like they have you, it's just you.
What is your most meaningful song on the EP?
Work for 30 seconds.
If you can think while your legs are burning.
I know, I'm trying to think. I think it would have to be In the Way. And it's the most simple song on the album.
It's so good.
It's so simple, and I never recut it. Literally, the demo, as I wrote it, I sang it as we wrote it.
No, what?
And my producer Harmony, he never let me re-sing it because he didn't want to lose the
talk about authentic.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know that.
And so that song came together so organically, and it's such an honest story of exactly where I was at that time. So, and it's the song that kept me in LA. So I guess that would be the most meaningful.
That is so meaningful.
Yeah, that would be
I love that. Honestly, I don't even think I can pick a favorite, but that one definitely that hit a bit different.
Yeah,
that definitely hit a bit different.
A lot of people relate. A lot of people can relate to In the Way.
Yeah, I know. So if you were to describe the theme of that song, what is it?
The theme of that song is walking into your bad bitch era.
Yeah.
It's like, it starts out vulnerable, and like you're, having these thoughts or these conversations with like your partner who's stringing you along, and then it's like, wait, girl, why am I doing this?
Right.
I got options.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this. It's not gonna hurt my pride if you decide that you're not ready to settle down, which is the lyric.
Right.
So I encourage everybody to go listen to In the Way. I know a lot of people go through it. A lot of women and men. Yeah, and let that be
women and men, but it is. It's like I love you doing all this extra reps. See, this is why I get her talking. She don't even know she did 82 reps. We're like in an era of situationships.
And toxicity and I'm not here for any of that.
No.
I'm not here for any of that.
But I love it because I feel like there's so many anthems of toxicity.
So many.
That is nice to have an anthem of like, you can walk away. Y'all don't need to
deal with
participate.
This. Yeah, you don't have to subject yourself.
Which is really nice because I feel like that is like a female voice, like that an important message.
And I think my stance in R&B has always been like a place of overcoming, because I think a lot of R&B songs are very heartbroken related.
Very good point.
And we never hear, especially from women, we never hear the other side, or when they get to the light at the end of the tunnel. So I always want to speak from that perspective to let everybody know, like, I'm okay. Like, it's okay.
Like,
you'll survive. It's going to be okay.
Right.
I know you love them, but you'll get through it. It'll be okay.
So true. Yeah. That is actually really good. I didn't even realize until you just said that. Like, it is a lot of like sad, and we all need our sad songs. Like,
of course.
Sometimes you want to be crying and have some that hits. Yeah. But then there's a point you gotta pull yourself up.
And then it's like, okay, we did that. I cried for 3 days. What's next?
What's next?
And I'm the what's next girl.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. My whole thing with everybody, she already knows what every client is. And I'm your trainer. I can guide you. I can give you advice. I can support you. But at the end of the day, it's you. I'm not doing these sliders for you. Yeah. I'm not lifting this for you. Like, it's you, and you're the one who honestly has you, and in this sense, your body, which without that, you need it for everything you want to do, right? That's the overall message is you gotta be authentically you and have your own back and stick up for yourself, and that's important. We just burnt all the calories, by the way. I just hit the end of my...
Oh, good.
Yeah, we all of them, like
All of
burnt, done. Thank you for joining. Well, thank you guys for joining, because this is literally what we do. It would have been happening with the camera off too, so.
Touche.
Thank you for joining. Do the workout, please. Please, it was a good one. Like, I'm tapped out. Are you tapped out?
I'm tapped out.
Tapped out. And go listen to her EP. The links are all below.
Please.
All platforms you can listen to it on. Go follow her. That's also below, because she's gonna have so much more amazing things coming. I don't know how it can get more amazing than your current project though. It's like,
It gets better. But Ready is a great start. So go listen to Ready.
oh, it's so good. It's so good. And just be authentically you. No matter what you see on the internet, just be you.
Be you.
And thank you for joining.